1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Pakistan has achieved a major milestone of administering 10 million doses of anti-COVID vaccine. The government's Roshan digital account scheme has turned out to be a reliable platform for overseas Pakistanis for safe invest in the country. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, employment rate has plummeted since abrogation of Article 370 in August 2019. In Afghanistan, gunmen have killed at least 10 deminers in Baghlan province. And now the news in detail. Pakistan has achieved a milestone of administering 10 million doses of anti-COVID vaccine. A ceremony marking the achievement was held at the National Command and Operations Centre in Islamabad today. Speaking on the occasion, Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar expressed satisfaction over the vaccination drive. He, however, said we have a long way to go as our target is to vaccinate 70 million people by the end of this year. Asad Umar said about 300,000 to 350,000 people on daily basis are registering themselves for the vaccination. The Minister for Planning said the measures taken in the wake of third wave of COVID-19 have shown positive results and there is a visible reduction in the positivity ratio. Asad Umar appealed to all segments of the society to increasingly participate in the vaccination drive as it is the only way to lift all the COVID-related restrictions in the country. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain was also present on the occasion. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain has said the entire world recognizes the struggle waged by Pakistan against COVID-19. In a tweet today, he said Prime Minister Imran Khan did not disappoint the nation even for a moment in this nerve-wracking fight against the pandemic. He said the way National Command and Centre implemented Prime Minister's policy is really commendable. The government's Roshan digital account scheme has turned out to be a reliable platform for overseas Pakistanis for safe invest in the country. These views were expressed by participants of a webinar held on Roshan digital account in the Pakistan Embassy in Paris to provide information to the members of the Pakistani community living in France. In his remarks, Charge d'Affaires Amjad Aziz Qazi said the members of the Pakistani community in France for long has been looking for means for safe invest in Pakistan, which has become a reality after the launch of Roshan digital account scheme. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the employment rate has plummeted since the abrogation of Article 370 in August 2019. According to the Sustainable Development Goals Index released by an Indian public policy think tank, Niti Aayog, the employment rate has risen from 5.4% in the year 2019 to 5.6% in 2021, which reflects the policies adopted by New Delhi after bifurcating IIOJK into two union territories have not yet given desired results. The index, quoting data from the Employment Department, stated that Jammu and Kashmir has 82,395 registered unemployed, educated and uneducated youth, apart from around 2 lakh unorganized workers and 55,000 youth registered under the Pradhan Mantri's Shram Yogi Mandhan scheme. The index said the number of unemployed youth could be much higher as the process of registration with the Employment Department is voluntary and not mandatory. In Afghanistan, at least 10 deminers have been killed and 14 others injured when gunmen attacked their camp in Baghlan province. According to Interior Ministry spokesman Tariq Arain, the gunmen entered a compound of a mine-clearing agency and opened fire on workers. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack so far. In Syria, at least 8 soldiers have been killed in Israeli airstrikes on Homs province. According to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, 5 soldiers and 3 allied fighters were killed in the strike. The United Nations has warned of risk of starvation in Kaya state of Myanmar. In a statement, UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in Myanmar, Thomas Andrews, said Kaya State could suffer a massive loss of life beyond anything seen since the military seized power, with more than 100,000 people fleeing their homes to escape conflict. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.